Namaste everyone and welcome to our Gita study. Sorry for this technical problem. I don't know what happened. Today we will continue with the verse 55th verse of VishnuSahastranam, which reads, Jivo Viniyata Saksi, Jivo Viniyata Saksi, Mukundo Amit Vikrama, Jivo Viniyata Saksi, Mukundo Amit Vikrama, Abho Nidir Anantatma, Abho Nidir Anantatma, Mahodhisaya Antakaha, Mahodhisaya Antakaha. There are 8 names in these words. And as always, we will go one by one. And the first name is Jiva. So Jiva is one of the names of Lord Vishnu. The reason is that word Jiva means the one which gives you life, one which gives you Jivan. That is where it comes from. So an entity that gives this life or makes this life possible for us, that is Jiva. And it is nothing else but it is Atman. So when Atman or soul is in the boundaries of a body, it is called Jiva Atma. Jiv because it gives life, and Atma because it is part of God, Atma. And God explains it very beautifully as again in Bhagavad Gita. So in Bhagavad Gita on 15:7, that 7th verse, it says that Mamevanso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manasasthani Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karsati. Very clearly explains to Arjuna that Arjuna, you are my particle. Not you, but everyone, every being is my particle. Mamev ansha, mam, mine, eva, only that, then nothing else, no mixture. Mam eva, that's why he adds the word eva, means only that. Mamev ansho jiva bhute, means in all beings. Mamev ansho jiva loka sanat, and it is eternal sanat. Manasasthani indriyani, Prakriti sthani karsati. Man as a 6th sense. Mana sasthani means 6th sense. There are 5 senses plus mind, where everything is processed, and it is one of the most powerful entity. So mame vanso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana mana sasthani indriyani Prakriti sthani karsati, and that entity gets attracted to the Prakriti. Prakriti means what you see around. Except Atman, everything is Prakriti. So God says, you are all my particle, and when that particle is in the boundaries of the body, it is called Jivatman, and because that is an access to senses, it starts roaming outside and gets entangled in Prakriti. So we are essentially part and parcel of God. And because of that, life is possible. So one of the names of the God is Jivatman. Jivatman. The same thing is explained again very clearly and beautifully in the 13th chapter. Whole 13th chapter is about what is Jiva, what is Atman, what is Paramatman. So Kshetra Kshetragna Vibhag, Yoga, 13th chapter. And he starts with a message to Arjuna that idam sarir, same thing, idam sariram kunteya kshetram iti abhidhayate etad yoviti tam prahu kshetragnam iti tadviti. Word by word. Idam sariram, idam is this, idam sariram kunteya is the son of Kanti Mata. So, idam sariram konteya kshetram iti abhidayate is called kshetra or field where you operate, field, so or a stage where you perform. So idam sariram, the body is the stage, body is the field where Atman, as a bound soul, interacts with the world and performs. So idam sariram akonteya kshetram iti abhidhayate. Etadiyo veti tam prahu kshetragnam iti tadvidhi. And the one who knows that this is body and this is Atman, that is called kshetragna or Atman. So there is a one entity which is kshetragna or a contaminated soul. Our soul is contaminated from prior births. So that is what contamination? Because it has imprints of prior vasanas and prior tendencies. And depending upon our prior vasanas and tendencies, we are placed where we are placed. So the place where we are born, with the instrument that we are born, with the intellect that we are born, everybody is not the same thing. As the parents we are born, whether we are born in poverty or riches, all these depends upon our prior vasanas, and we fit into those vasanas where that body. So we have a custom-made body. So this is a custom-made body we get, that is the sarira, as a one soul which lives, but it is contaminated, so it is jivatman. So these two things are very clear, and depending upon that we are born, whether we are born disabled or we are born with a great intellect, or whether we are born in a billionaire's house, all depends upon our prior vasanas, prior bundle, So, but there is third entity, God says. And then God says, Kshetragnam chapimam vidhi sarva kshetresu bharata kshetra kshetra gayurgnanam tatgnanam matam mama. And Arjuna, know that the kshetragna or the indwelling soul, that is nothing else but me. So there is one entity which is called Jivatman, which is a package, and Paramatman, which is no package. So side by side, Jivatman and Paramatma resides in the body. So we have three entities. One is body, Jivatman, and Paramatma. This is beautifully explained in Mundaka Upanishad. So we have done that sloka before. This is Dvaparana Sayuja Sakhya. Dvaparana Sayuja Sakhya. Samanam Vruksham Parisasvaje. Tayor Anya Pipalam Swadetu. Ansan Anyo Parichaksati. There are two birds of the same class, same family. Dvaparana, with the two wings. Dvaparana Sayuja. Sayuja means same ancestry or same lineage. Dvaparana Sayuja Sakhaya, and they are friends, Sakhaya. Samanam Vruksham Parisasvajet. It is sitting on a tree, this body. One of them gets enticed to the world and is trying everything that it comes across, and sometimes he gets a good fruit and he is happy, he gets bad fruit and he's crying. So that is our Jivatma. And the second bird, similarly, second bird is Paramatma, who is Purna, he doesn't have to get entangled with them. And his function is only watching us, seeing that how my child is progressing in the world, whether he's getting entangled, disentangled, does he come to me, does he do good, does he do bad, whatever good things, bad things, he notes. So three entities. Now it is very clear, and the one which is with the package is called Jivatman. That's why God's name, one of the names is Jiva. Jiva is a very common name. If you go to any village in India, you will find so many Jiva Vai. So Jiva was a very common name, and this is the reason for that. And so that is name number one. The second one is Vinayita Sakshi. It is related to this. Vinayita Saksi. Vinayita. What comes from Vinaya? Vinaya means humility, humbleness. Vinayita Saksi, the one who is a witness of our progress, whether we became humble or not. No? So the spiritual path God wants us to be has multiple stages, and it starts with Viveka. Viveka means discrimination. Viveka, discrimination. Discrimination between what? Discrimination between good and bad, Sat and Asat, Atman and Anatman, worthwhile activities and bad activities, Sukarma, Duskarma, all these clear separation or ability to do that is called discrimination or Viveka. So it starts with Viveka, and that Vivek itself brings Vairagya or dispassion. So there are 3 Ds. So one is discrimination, dispassion, and when these both things happen, you get devotion. So the 3 things happen. So it's 3D view of God and universe you get when you go through three stages. So Viveka brings you, so discrimination brings Vinaya, means you become humble. So Vivek, because you get to know what is right and wrong, which is worthwhile to pursue, not worthwhile to pursue. All these finer qualities come to you, so then Vivek develops, and then that is more progress towards the divinity. And when you know what is right, what is wrong, which is worthwhile, which is worthless, then the worthless things of the world drops out on its own, and you travel on the spiritual path unobstructed, joyously, and then forward moving, and then finally God will assist you. So that progress of our individual soul, one who is a saksi or witness, that is called Vinayita Saksi. So now we know how this word comes. So that Paramatma is monitoring our Satkarma, Duskarma, and encouraging us to do Satkarma. He says, don't do the Duskarma. So that also beautifully comes there in Bhagavad Gita. So God says that, 13th chapter again, Updrasta Anumanta cha. So this way we revise Bhagavad Gita. Updrasta Anumanta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwara Paramatme cha Piyuktam Dehe Asmin Purusha Para. Word by word, so it becomes very easy. Updrasta means observer, witness. Updrasta. Anumanta means one who gives anumati or permission. Anumanta. So God says, I am both. I am observer and I am permitter. Udrasta anumanta cha bharta bhokta maheshwara. And the one who maintains you, the one who takes care of you, bharta bhokta maheshwara, the Lord of the universe, Maheshwara. Paramatme chapi yuktam, that is called Paramatma. Paramatme chapi. Dehe asmin purusha para. See, here now he separates out that what is I am doing. I am sitting behind you, watching you, your progress, your deterioration. I am the one who is noticing. I am the one who is permitting you. So don't say that I never told you. You are going to do some bad thing. You are going to do a fraudulent activity and going to cheat someone or somebody. As God says that don't do it. He says clearly, don't do it. And still we say, no, everybody is doing, why not me? So I have to have this thing, no. And so we do not listen to his consent. He says, don't do it. We say, no, I will do it because I have to do it. I'm so lusty about the thing that I must do it, and we ignore it. So here God says that I am the witness. So Vinayita Saksi. Saksi means Updrasta. See the same thing. Both these scriptures are maddening, no? And they give you 3-dimension knowledge about the creation and the creator. So it is, every word is important. So So we see three entities working side by side, Jivatma, Paramatma, and body. Body is perishable. There is a Jivatma and Paramatma are imperishable, but only thing Jivatma has a package. So God says, get rid of that package and you are a Paramatma there already. So Jivatman with proper activities, Satsang, Sadvichar, scriptures, and right path, Jiva becomes Shiva. So Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham. When Shankaracharya ji says Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivoham, that is our real identity, no? So this but that identity is covered by and that also we saw that before. Avrutam gnanam etena gnanino nitya verina काम रूपेण कौन्तेय दुष्पुरेण नलेन च. That individual soul is covered. Avrutam is covered. Avrutam gnanam etena. This knowledge of soul is covered by what? Avrutam gnanam etena gnanino nitya verina. Means eternal enemy. Which one? Kam rupena konte. Your desires. Kam rupena konteya dushpurena analayancha, which you will never be able to fulfill. And we try to fulfill the desires, and that's why our 60, 70 years are gone. But that has covered the soul. And so that is our problem. And then once you give it up and say bye-bye to these desires, then you are with Paramatma. No? So that is Vinayata Saksi. And God shows the definite way of how to do it. And one of the ways is to satsang. That's what we are doing. Satsang, satsanga. Satsanga. Sat means truth. Sat means Atman. Sat means God. Thinking about, talking about, understanding about Sat is called satsang. It's not only bhajan or kirtan. It is a preparation, but trying to understand these intellectually and intensely, that is called Satsanga. It is all, this is the most perfect science. God says this is the most perfect science. It's most logical. People think that it is only for emotional people and or those who are scared or tired of world. No. This is for most intelligent people. This is the field, and it is extremely logical, step by step. Like you do the same step, you will find the same truth. And that is the definition of science, that you take aspirin every time. Whoever takes it, his headache is gone. And so that's why we believe in aspirin, and so that becomes a science. Similarly, those who follow these steps, they exactly follow the same path, and so that's why it is a science, and it is the best science. No? And God says it many places. No? So in Bhagavad Gita, so Adhyatma Gnana Nityatvam Tattva Gnanartha Darshanam Etat Gnanam Iti Proktam Agnanam Yadato Anyatha. Again, 13th chapter. Adhyatma Gnana Nityatvam. Beautiful verse. Adhyatma, spiritual. Adhyatma Gnana Nityatvam means constancy there. Not once in a while. No? Adhyatma Gnana Nityatvam Tattva Gnanartha Darshanam, through which you will understand the ultimate reality. Etat Gnanam iti proktam. Arjuna, that is called knowledge. Agnanam yadato vanyatha. Everything else is information. Information for your existence, for your catering to your body, for making your living. You become a lawyer to make a living. You become a doctor to make a living. Whatever that is information. While the spiritual knowledge is the real. God says that. Adhyatma gnana nityatvam tattvagnanartha darshanam etat gnanam iti proktam agnanam yadato anyatha. So that is vinayata sakshi. So these are very profound science. Only thing we have to understand properly through the most standard scriptures, and we have taken the best scripture, Bhagavad Gita and VishnuSahastranam. So these are the most standard scriptures through which to understand, and God gives enough opportunities with 1,000 names and 700 slokas. So the next name is Mukunda. Mukunda. This is made up of two words. Mukunda, Lord's name. Kunda means to give. Mukunda comes from Mukti. The one who gives a Mukti, that's called Mukunda. That name is epithet for Lord is Mukunda. Muktim dadati iti Mukunda. The one who gives liberation. The ultimate merging or ultimate liberation of a soul is with the grace of God on. Everything else is a preparation. Remember, we said there are three-story building. That is, sometimes we are on the tamas. Then you go to second floor, rajas. Then you go on the third floor. That is full of sattva. Means you have all the divine qualities you are developing and trying very hard. And God says, you do that part, and my part of infusing the grace for ultimate liberation is my job. That comes in Bhagavad Gita. In Chatushloki Gita, the last verse is a Teshameva Ankampartham Aham Agnana Jamtam Nashyami Atma Bhavastho Ranadipena Basvata. God says that the one who is on the right path, who is doing righteous thing and progressing steadily, on them, out of my grace, Tesham eva anukampartham. Anukampa means grace. Anukampa, my grace, I shower them. Tesham eva anukampartham. Aham agnan jamtam. I destroy the ignorance which is covering the soul. Tesham eva anukampartham. Aham agnan jamatam. Jam means agnan, born out of agnan. Jama, tama means ignorance is a darkness. The ignorance which is born of tamas, I destroyed it. Tesham eva anukampartham. Aham agnan jamtam. Nashyami atma bhavastho Gnana Dipena Basvata. I will light the lamp of knowledge in such a devotee who is doing the things right way. So ultimate light, lamp lighting is the grace of God. So that is and the one who does that, his name is Mukunda. Mukunda, that is a favorite name of Lord Krishna. And this name was very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who emphasized the chanting as the easiest and the fastest way to the ultimate. And he said that's why he is one of the chanting. He said, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Madhavam Mukunda Govinda Bol. Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Madhava Mukunda Govinda Bol. This chanting, all four names are included. All four names are indicating towards liberation in a different intensity. So Hari means it destroys the evil tendencies. Hari Bol, this Mukunda means gives it ultimate liberation. Madhava means Lakshmi or good qualities. Madhava and Govinda, which Govinda, you remember we did a go means cow, go means senses. The one who defuncts your senses, which is the power of senses, which without preparation is very intense. God says that I will control your senses, and you will have easy time. So that's what it says. So Hari Hari Bol, Hari Hari Bol, Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol. So that's where Mukunda name comes. Next one is Amit Vikrama. Amit Vikrama is made up of two words, Amit and Vikrama. Amit is made up of two words. Mit means measured, or which can be measured. So that's why we say Mitahari, means the one who measures his food intake or any intake. So Mitahari. So Mit means measured. Amita which cannot be measured. Amit means vast. Amit. Amita Vikrama. Vikrama is Vikrama is a word for valor. That God has extreme valor. That's why his name is Amit Vikram, immeasurable power of all kinds. So Amit Vikrama. This Vikrama word comes also from Vaman Avatara, where the Lord in three little steps covers the whole universe. And each step is called Vikrama, word indicates step. The one who measured the whole universe in three steps. So the Vikrama has these two meanings now. So Amita Vikrama, vast. And so God is vast. So that explains the vastness of God. And that's why Arjuna is the only one who saw the Vishwarupa Darshan. And Vishwarupa Darshan, remember, then we did the stuti that the Arjuna bows down to Lord Krishna and does that. So and he bows down and he says that, oh Lord, I salute to you. Nama purasthadatha prushthataste. Namo vastu te sarvateva sarva. Ananta viryam. Amita Vikrama. See, the word comes. Ananta Viryam, Amita Vikrama. Sarvam Samapnosi Tatosi Sarva. Lord, you are with us. Such a power. Because he witnessed this is the whole creation on one screen in Vishwarup. So that's why he bows down and salutes to the Lord. That time he uses this word Amita Vikrama stone. Sarvam samapnosi tatosi sarvam. You are enveloping the whole thing. Not only that you are the power, but is all that is within your boundaries. So Amit Vikram. That is where the word Amit Vikram came in Bhagavad Gita. So these almost all the words will come in Bhagavad Gita and they are corresponding, they are the epithets of Lord. So next word is Ambho Nidhi. Ambho Nidhi. It is made up of two words again. Ambho means water. Ambho Nidhi means reservoir. Nidhi means storehouse or reservoir. Reservoir of water. What is a, whether you take a little pond or a lake or a vast ocean. Ambho Nidhi is the vastest, the greatest one is a sagar or samudra. That is Ambho Nidhi. Ambho is a Jal Swarupa Paramatma, because we are constituted of Jal. So the Panch Mahabhuta, one of them is water. So Ambho Nidhi, because water is the life. Water is the life. Without water, the life is not possible. So that's why water is extremely useful thing. That's why Panchmamita, Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu. See this? Bhumi, Apo means water. Bhumi, Apo, Analo means fire. Bhumi, Rapo, Analo, Vayu. Come means space. Come, Mano, Buddhir, Evacha, Ahankar, Iti Yam me, Vinna Prakriti Rastada. This is my eightfold Prakriti. So the water is the constituent of our being. No? Without water, there is a rule of three. Rule of three. What is the rule of three? Without air, we cannot last for 3 minutes. If you choke somebody, you saw that on the TV sometime. So if you choke somebody, 3 minutes, the life will end. If you deprive somebody of water, in 3 weeks, in 3 days, the body will shrivel. And if you deprive someone of food, in 3 weeks, the body will perish. So a rule of three. So water is extremely important. That's why we worship water. So any puja, any yagna starts with jala, preferably Ganga jal. Jala in a kalash. As when we start the puja, this is Panditji puts the kalash and asks for a water, preferably Ganga water or a water from the well, which is supposed to be pure. And after we do that, puja of jala and a kalasha, then we invoke Ganeshji and other deities. So water is extremely important. Water is life. So that's why Bhagwan Mahavir used to say to his devotees, they use water as if you are using ghee or a clarified butter. It means that preciously you should manage, because it is the life force. So, Ambho Nidhi Jal Swarup, Paramatma. So that's why Darya Lal, Darya Lal ki jai. So people who in the old times you will see that they salute to rivers, they salute to ocean. That is the reason. So and God has given plenty of water. Like we said before, 29% is on the earth, 71% is water all over, which supplies water to the whole planet, as in the form of sun, clouds, rain, sun, clouds, rain, that cycle. Then that cycle is uninterrupted, and God provides water to every corner of the world. So that's why his name is Ambho Nidhi. Next name is Anantatma. Anant Atma. There is no, means there is endless. Anant Atma. Our Atma is bound, is within the boundaries of the body. And it is that Atma will leave the body when the time is done. But God is Anantatma. It is like air pervades, exists in all over the world. Any corner you go in a forest or you come in mid-Manhattan, there is air is available for everybody. So there is no place which is without air or without space. These are universal. Similarly, God's consciousness, Atma is consciousness, is everywhere. That consciousness is everywhere. And that is why God is called Anantatma. When that consciousness part goes in our body, it becomes Jivatma. It was there before. And it will merge into that pool of Atman again as soon as the body drops. So, and that entity is called Anantatma. So it is not that it's like a space. We cannot divide, we cannot destroy. The space remains the space. Whether you make a building there, house there, and when it is demolished, the space is space. Similarly, Atman, consciousness, cannot be bound by anything. So it is called Ananta Atma. And that is one of the names of Lord Vishnu, because he is Ananta Atma. And the next name is Mahodadhi Saya. Mahodadhi. Again, same thing. Mahod, Mahat means great. Mahodadhi. Udadhi means ocean. Mahodadhi Saya, the Lord which sleeps on the ocean on the Seshnag and all. Almost always we have seen that picture where the Lord Vishnu is shown resting on a Seshnag, and Vishnuji, Lakshmiji massaging his feet. So this is the usual picture of Lord Vishnu besides the four-armed Swarup. So that is Mahodadhi Saya. So the one who sleeps on the bed of ocean, and that is Lord Vishnu. There is a very interesting story. I have 2 minutes, so I will tell you that story. So it's that picture, and Lakshmi ji was massaging the feet. So Lakshmi ji talked to Lord Vishnu, and Vishnu ji complained that, oh, Lakshmi, I have so many things to do, and I have to take care of millions of souls in the on the planet. And Lakshmi ji was wondering that, Lord, you are sleeping here and I'm massaging your feet. What you are doing? She says, no, Lakshmi, don't understand. This is my Bahiranga. My Antaranga is busy providing the needs of every soul, monitoring every soul, catering to every soul, giving them their due fruits. So I'm extremely busy. So Lakshmiji wanted to test that, that husband is telling right thing or wrong. So what she did, she put a little ant into a small container, small dabbi, small container. When she was doing the makeup, she had a small container, and she puts one ant inside and leaves it. And next day, she wanted to see that what Lord was telling, He provides food and life to every being. She opens and she says that if He is right, then these ants should be alive. And she opens the dibby, and what she finds that the ant was roaming around and was very happy. So what happened when she was doing her makeup and kumkum and these rice grains on the top of that, one of the grains fell into the dibby, and the ant had enough food to survive. So, so just to tell that God provides the food and everything to all the beings. So that is Mahodadhi Saya. And the last name is Antakaha. Antakaha means the end. The one the one who brings the end to every being and everything is called Antakaha. It's like a movie ends after 3 hours and last scene, and then it comes and the end. So the end is the Lord. So His name is Antakaha. So God is the end for all individual human beings, all beings, whether they are their lifespan of 5 months or 5 years or 100 years, but they all end. So that is called Antakaha. So that's what God says in Bhagavad Gita. Mrityu sarva araschaham. I am the death. Mrityu sarva araschaham. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. And those who are going to be born or for the others, I am the cause. I am the cause of death. I am the cause of new beings. Mrityu sarva araschaham. Udbhavascha means the origin. Udbhavascha bhavishyatam. Kirti Shri Vakacha Narinam Smritir Meda Dhruti Kshama. Here he explains the 7 different qualities which are all feminine. So, Smruti, Meda, Smruti means memory, Meda means intellect, Smrutir Meda, Dhruti means firmness, Smrutir Meda, Dhruti Kshama. These are all feminine qualities. No? So God says, I am the death, I am the cause for the new generation and new beings to come. This is an endless cycle. Unless a time when the Lord decides that I have enough and these people are no longer good to exist, that time He does what is called pralaya. That is the end where everything merges back and goes. Where does it go? Goes into the ocean as an ocean, and the pralaya. That is what is called deluge or pralaya. Probably that who decides? That's the Lord Almighty decides. Creation, He decides. Destruction, total annihilation, He decides. Whenever He thinks that we are not worthy of existing on this planet, he may do that. But otherwise, his system, his creation endlessly goes on, and that is how these 8 names explains. And these names are so profound, it explains everything about the Lord. So you get a 3-dimensional knowledge about God and creation if we continue and if we persist and go in the depth. So if you have any question, you can ask. Okay? Thank you.